There's loads of games out there that don't do anything totally new, but they execute what they do really well and get elevated a bit more by their presentation and setting. Well, Ghost of Tsushima is exactly that, a good, clean, simple game. So the story is quite basic. The Mongolian Empire has invaded, people get shanked, and main protagonist Jin is out to get revenge for destroying his home and to get the Mongols to piss off. Jin himself is a bit bland, but his backstory is somewhat interesting, told through flashbacks, and the supporting cast is alright too, with some decent voice acting. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's done well enough. And the same goes for the game's whole design really. The combat is pretty simple. You have a dodge, parry, block, light and heavy attacks. The animations and style of it all make it feel good though, with really precise attacks that look authentic. It's one of them combat systems that makes you look really good. The enemy variety is okay, it's all stuff you've been through though. Big heavy lads, archer lads, quick lads, the rank and file lads. It's fine since it makes you use all of Jin's moveset to be successful, but I would recommend playing this on hard. The game is far too easy on normal and it makes the duels feel a lot more tense. You do get stances which are useful for different enemy types, so there is depth, but people who were looking for a Dark Souls or Sekiro style of combat system will be disappointed. You can challenge enemies directly into an honourable kind of duel, and I'm not sure how I feel about this mechanic. It looks good the first time you do it, but it feels like a get one free kill button. You hold down triangle, and when the enemy swings you let go, and once you upgrade it you can take out more enemies with it. It feels a bit cheap, that's all, but you can obviously just not use it. It's a good thing to use if you get caught while stealthing and act like you meant to do it. Speaking of, there is stealth gameplay as well, and it's like you've seen in other games again. You hide in tall grass and shiv unsuspecting Mongols, but the game considers this a dishonourable way of fighting. I'm sure there is a morality system in this game, but the game doesn't directly display it. It's nice to see a game that wants you to go in guns blazing. Usually it's the opposite way round. Personally, I feel more badass wiping out an outpost full of Mongols by engaging them in direct combat. The open world elements are also standard. You collect materials to upgrade your gear, there's enemy outposts that reveal the map when you take them over, collectibles, you have a horse to get around with, which strangely doesn't control like complete arse. There's climbing and hunting too, so get your open world game bingo card out. The side quests are quite good. There's more to them than just go here, kill these enemies, collect said item and come back. There's actually stories attached to them and they offer good rewards. Don't get me wrong, there's some of those poo ones in there, and they even appear in main missions too. No one likes tailing missions. We learned that about 10 years ago, yet why are they here? Oh, and there are some side quests where you write haikus. I'm sure the pretentious tossers out there will love that. The customization is good. You can build Jin in a lot of ways. You can upgrade your abilities and gear, and after a few skill points you can be an absolute beast. Also, if you have some armor that's really strong but makes you look like a tit, you can use the appearance of some old armor that looks good on it. I wish that was in more games. There is a lot of cosmetic stuff you can buy and unlock, so it can become fashionista of Tsushima. It's an incredible looking game. The animations are top draw, making the combat look really stylish and visceral. The environments also look drop dead gorgeous, the detail is cracking and the wind effects look great, and they serve more of a purpose than just looking good. The wind is used to navigate, which makes the UI much cleaner and looks a lot nicer than just having an arrow plopped on your screen. It's also quite a quiet game. The music is used very sparsely, and when it is, it's quite minimal. It's nice, it lets you soak in the beauty of the world. The sound design is really good. Nice disgusting wet meaty sounds when you slash someone. The wind and the noise of the wildlife in the world is nice too. It goes a long way to immersing you. There's a good touch where when an archer is about to fire, he will call out to his mate, so you have to use your ears to know where the arrow is coming from. It's more engaging than plonking a big red arrow on your screen telling you where it's coming from. Overall, it's quite easy to recommend Ghost of Tsushima. If you're burned out by the current open world template, it won't do anything to bring you back, but for everyone else it's like a good poo. It's solid, lasts as long as it needs to, but you've had them before. It is right.